I'm here at the Disneyland Resort to check up on both parks. How about you and I dive right in? Hello everyone, my name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into another theme park obsession video. If you're new here and you're obsessed with theme parks just as much as I am, or just Disney content in general, hit the subscribe button because I have brand new videos every single week and you won't want to miss out on that. When I check out what's going on in the parks, how about we check up on the parking structure to see what the progress is this week. Alrighty, here's a current look at the parking structure progress. You can see they've added more palm trees since the last video, so that's really cool. And they've also added these nice little planters that the palm trees sit in, which also serve as a place to sit in the shade, which is really awesome. That's pretty much all the work at the parking structure. Not much is really going on here because everything else is finished, which is fantastic, besides the new elevator that's going in. So when we get downstairs, we'll take a look at that. And then here's just a shot from a different angle of the new pedestrian bridge and the walkway. You can see that they are working on the new road and pathway that will eventually lead to the monorail station. And then here's what the new elevator progress looks like so far. So you can still see they have exposed rebar at the top. So they're gonna be finishing the concrete near the top of the structure. But as far as the bottom half, looks like all that is complete. So the next step is obviously the nitty-gritty stuff and all the more complicated elements of the elevator. It's just gonna be so nice when this is done. Over here at the monorail station, it looks like they've extended the hour, so 12 and 6. It's probably because it's going to be extremely busy today. I mean, even walking through downtown Disney right now, this is like a lot busier than what I'm used to. So, and it's because all these pass holders that were blocked out during the summer are slowly but surely starting to make their way back into the theme park. So if you have a deluxe annual pass or SoCal Select, check your blockout calendar because you probably will be able to go now. Over here by Tram Unload and Load, the new information kiosk or /DVC kiosk, from what some of you guys have been telling me, still has not been completed. I'm wondering what's taking so long on this because it looks like the exterior of the building is done. So I would assume all they need to do now is probably just a little like electrical work, but other than that, it looks complete. So I wonder when the walls are gonna come down for this. Hey sir, maybe you shouldn't stand in the fountain like that. See, this is why we can't have nice things. Let's head inside California Adventure and go over just a couple things at that park. Over here at the front entrance, they put up work walls for the red car trolley station. So I wonder if they're going to severely alter this, or if this is just a simple, pavement refurbishment to kind of clean up the ground a little bit. Don't really know. This kind of just popped up out of nowhere. So we'll keep an eye on it in the next few weeks and couple months. I'm sure they'll be working on this for quite some time. Over here at the Grizzly Peak Airfield, I would take advantage of soaring over California now because soaring over California will make its transition back into soaring around the world on September 1st. So the last day to ride this is August 31st. So take advantage of that if you're planning a trip to the park to see this classic attraction, which quite frankly should stay here all the time. As far as useful information over here at Pixar Pier or Paradise Bay, the Lion King show is going to be closing very soon. The last day you can see that is actually August 31st. So if you haven't seen the show already or you're planning a trip to the park, definitely plan it before the 31st because that's when the show will be going dark. Also, has anybody else been noticing this ugly sight line over here? Like you can see across the street here, they're building like a parking structure or a new hotel. That's just the one downside to California Adventure, and this is clearly something they didn't pay attention to when they built the park, is that they didn't care about the sight lines here and then the future developments around the park. And this is just a perfect example of how this land kind of fails in that aspect. So I wonder if they're gonna do something here in the background, maybe to build a berm and plant some more palm trees or something to kind of block that view because it just looks ugly. All right, let's head down to the new Marvel development and check up on Spider-Man. So over here at the Marvel project, as far as the Spider-Man attraction is concerned, more details have been emerging slowly but surely. So you can see through the scrim here that some purple sheeting, which I'm assuming is going to be like the outer skin of the drywall, is going up on the skeleton of the new show building, which is exciting. And it's you can see it right down here as well. So that means that the show building is progressing pretty nicely, and hopefully within the next couple months, this will be fully enclosed. And they'll take the scaffolding and scrims down so we'll get a better view of what's going on. Here's a current look at the facade next to award winners that's going up, and you can see kind of through the scrims that a lot of the detailing is finishing up, so hopefully that'll be exposed here in the next few weeks. All right, so as far as an angle of the Marvel project from this side, this is about as close as I'm gonna get. But you can see they're doing a lot more structural steel here in the distance. You can see those white beams there. So that's for, I'm assuming, the microbrewery that's going in, the Ant-Man themed restaurant. So that'll be really cool. And I'm sure that'll go a little bit more vertical too. I know in concept art, I think that was a little bit higher. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that in the next few weeks and see how high they actually do go. And just like that, that's all the work that's happening at California Adventure. So let's head over to Disneyland and see what's going on over there. In just a few short weeks, the classic pumpkins will be atop the main entrance here at the park, Disneyland. Super excited. As far as the news here on Main Street, as far as show-wise, the last weekend you can see the Main Street Electrical Parade is the weekend of September 28th. And the last day you can see Disneyland Forever, the fireworks spectacular, is August 31st. So if you're, again, planning a trip here and you want to see those two offerings, plan it before August 31st so you can see both. All right, so no, this is not the rumored Tomorrowland refurbishment. This is actually just a curb project. You know, earlier on in the year, a lot of my videos, we covered the curb projects that were happening here at the hub, and they're just finishing up this one because this is like the last project they have for the hub and everything else is done. So this will be nice when they go ahead and complete that project, I'm assuming here in the next couple months. And then I'm sure when they're done with this, they can move on to this curb right here to eliminate that. So you can see right here, this is what they'll end up doing. They'll just make this the whole thing just flat. They'll keep the curb here, I'm assuming. I don't think they're gonna eliminate the curb on this side because there's really no need to. But as far as the outer rim of the hub, they'll go ahead and continue to eliminate that obstruction right there for the strollers and wheelchairs. Over here near Adventureland and Frontierland transition, they are still working on the moat area that sits in between these two lands. So I don't know when they're gonna take the walls down for this. It's been up for a while. I don't know if they're kind of reinforcing this or adding more to it, or they're just working on the waterway here for plumbing. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this in the next few weeks and maybe it'll be down in just a few short days. Over here in New Orleans Square, the Haunted Mansion has celebrated its 50th anniversary. Can you believe that 50 years ago, this beloved attraction opened up and to this day is still entertaining millions and millions of people. It's just amazing. And if you've never been on Haunted Mansion, definitely give it a ride. It is such a classic dark ride. It's so well done, and to think that this was all done 50 years ago and it's still amazing to this day is just mind-boggling. And it goes to show how much Walt Disney really cared about the environments that his guests saw and bringing people to a whole new place and time, and it's just awesome. I love this attraction. It's a fantastic little spooky haunted house, and yeah, I hope they continue to build rides like this in the future. Now with that said, in typical Disney fashion for an anniversary, there are specialty food items available. So at the churro cart over here, you can get specialty churros, as well as in Critter Country. You can also get specialty beignets over here at the French Market. But you know what? How about we go ahead and try that now? I would normally do a mobile order, but for some reason it's not letting me do the mobile order for this specific time. So definitely keep an eye on that too if you're wanting to order a mobile order of food. Make sure that the time is available, because if not, then you're gonna have to wait in the normal queue, just like what I'm doing right now. And like always, a 3-pack is $4.99 and a 6-pack is $8.49, and they do not offer an annual pass discount here. All right, so for the Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary, they have some specialty snack items, and one of them is the Honey I Do beignets. It comes with a little dipping sauce here. And then this is the Midnight Julep. So it seems like every week they have a new offering here. And this is a Blackberry. So if you guys don't like Blackberry, I would just go ahead and pass up on this one. All right, so first up is the Blackberry Mint Julep. I'm actually kind of excited for this because I like Blackberry, so let's give it a try. That's pretty good. It's actually really good. Overall, this one's really good. I kind of like the watermelon one a little bit better, but this one's like super close second. This one's very good. This is probably one of the best ones they've done since the watermelon one. I honestly don't want to even have the regular mint julep anymore. I want these flavored ones all the time. And it seems like because of their popularity, they might change them all the time now. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the beignets. And again, it comes with this little dipping sauce. They don't charge extra for this, it just comes with the purchase. And yeah, let's just go ahead and give it a shot. All right, so you can see there's a ton of powder on this, and this is actually just honey. So this combo might be extremely excellent. All right, here we go. Okay, so overall, these are really good with that honey. The honey just ties it all together. It's really sweet though, so if you're not a big sweet tooth, or if you're just not used to the beignets being so overpowering, then I would pass up on these, or just not use the honey dipping sauce, because by themselves it just seems like they're the same as just the powdered sugar ones. I don't really taste the difference in the powdered sugar at all, but the honey does add a whole other flavor to it. It actually is really, really good. But yeah, it's extremely sweet. I was expecting more flavor as far as the powdered sugar was concerned, but other than that, beignets at Disneyland are amazing, like always. In the last video we tried the sour cherry one, and next time I'm going to see if they bring back these sour apple ones. I haven't tried those ones yet, but because these are specialty for the Haunted Mansion celebration, these are pretty good. Wow, look at the line for the popcorn buckets. That is insane. I mean, people sure do like to collect them. That's what they look like over there. Wow. These attractions are just what make Disneyland so charming. I mean, look at the canoes and the pirate ship in the back here, the sailing ship Columbia. Then we have the Mark Twain just kind of working its way around the corner. It's just these little things like that make this park so special. And it's one of the reasons why so many other parks in the country try to emulate this place, because it's just, I mean, look at it, it's crazy. We are completely in a different place. Another little fun fact about Disneyland, just about small little details that a lot of the Imagineers pay attention to. You see this tree right here in the far distance? That tree is purposely shaped, just like the Matterhorn, to block it out. So when you're in New Orleans Square and in Frontierland, you can't see it. So if I just kind of slowly make my way this way around the tree, it's still pretty blocked. So they thought of every angle to go ahead and block that huge mountain, because it is going to take you out of that, you know, environment of New Orleans Square and Frontierland. So isn't that cool how all the Imagineers think about those little tiny details to keep you immersed in the environment that you're currently in? All right, well, before we leave, you know, we got to do some window shopping with Dylan. So let's check out what's going on in here, see if we can find anything new or just exciting. I actually really love this color. Let's see how much this is. This Spirit jersey is, ooh, it's a mystery, so it could either be $1 or $10,000. Honestly, don't know how much that is. Hold, please. Okay, well, that's the first time I've never seen a price tag on these, because this tag doesn't say the price. So I'm assuming, based on other similar merchandise, these might be like $50 or $60. Here's some Mickey Mouse ear leggings. These are, I think it said $29.99, or $39.99, sorry. Here's like an old school looking graphic on this. These are $54.99. Again, pretty average for Disney. And of course, if you didn't get your Star Wars Galaxy's Edge merchandise on opening weekend or any of that, they still have a lot of like Galaxy's Edge stuff that says like landing in 2019, grand opening, all that fun stuff. You can get it at the Emporium on Main Street. And speaking of merchandise, I'm finalizing the designs on my own t-shirts. So I'll let you guys know when those are available, hopefully in the next week or two. I'm actually going to the design studio to finalize the coloring and all that today, actually, the day I'm filming this. So again, I'll keep you guys updated on some new t-shirts. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you're new here and you love Disney content as well as just theme park content in general, hit the subscribe button, because I have brand new videos every single week and you won't want to miss out. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.